Let's talk about stable management. Many people nowadays, modern people who have the opportunity to have a big field and who have the climate where horses are safe outside, judge on people who have horses in stalls, stables. Okay, it's a subject which gives a lot of commotion with horse people, and it's very hard for many people to have an opinion. I have to agree that for me it's also hard, because actually I'm into more the most natural environment I can offer. But I also have to be aware, these for instance are two stallions, one of 5 years old and one of 8 years old, I think. And in my heart I want to put them together, but I'm also aware that I don't have the room for them to so they would be have the possibility to do their challenge, so they know how much distance they are supposed to keep. So it's my responsibility. Lately I had a discussion with somebody about city people who do keep their horses more in a stall, and is that sad, is it bad for a horse? Well, I think you should focus on the behavior, and not during eating like they're doing now, but during daytime. What do you offer? It's not a natural environment, that's for sure, when you keep them in stalls. But are they really unhappy? Well, okay, let's focus on the behavior. First of all, I think you should observe your horse on different moments during the day. How does he behave when there is no food involved? How does he behave next to his neighbors, etc., etc. That gives you an idea. But then you have to be aware of how to read the language of the horses. Is a well-adapted horse always the silent horse that only stands in his stall? No, I think a horse should stay active in a way, and on a healthy way. And there are horses who, according to what I see, are very happy in their stalls. They show signs of curiosity, they are active, they are not reactive, and they're not doing these stereotypes. In some scientific approaches, people say stereotypes are a good way for horse to respond on its environment, on the environment they're put in. I disagree on that, because I think stereotype is definitely a cry for help. If a horse has a stereotype, walking in his box or whatever, cribbing, there are all kinds of ways of saying that, then I think you should focus on that and create circumstances for the horse so that he doesn't need to deal. Okay, there's nobody home. To deal with his behavior, with his environment, because it's always a sign that the horse is definitely not happy. And one of the most impressive things in my life was that I noticed at a sudden moment, at a sudden age, I think I was 14 or 15 or maybe 18, I don't know, that not everybody is focusing on the behavior of horses. And I thought, that's the most important thing there is. The horse is the most important part of horsemanship. He's the foundation. That's why I make these movies. But let's go on. One of the big mistakes in stalls is that people generalize. On the big stalls you see that, and I've been to many places where they have riding schools or private places, and when there are more horses, people have the tendency to generalize and to say, well, all horses here get the same food. I think it's very important for a horse to be able to get some food. And I know there are also horses like the golden guy we're looking at now. He's at this moment too fat. He has too much food available, and so that's caution. He is more active. I can see that in the field also. He runs up and down sometimes, and he's having fun and he's interested, very curious in his environment. Very can get very excited, and so he doesn't. I don't know if you can see, but you can see his ribs. Might sound. Somebody wrote me and said your horse is getting too fat, and I said which one? Or both? No, no, definitely not he. So he gets more food. At this moment they don't get any power food because during the day they walk in the field all day long. And so there is a difference. There's an individual difference. One horse gets more food, the other one gets less. And so that's the amount of food. It also prevents the stereotypical behavior. That is, if you didn't learn it, it's like trauma. If your horse is not traumatized, it's very easy to do that. It's very easy to traumatize a horse. Just put him in the circumstance that he has a very strong emotion about anger or about fear, and he will have a trauma. It's very simple. It's really very simple. And so what I miss in the bigger stables is the management actually it's discrimination. To be able to see, look at every horse as an individual. So one horse has a very perfect way of adapting on his environment, and the other horse has more issues. And if people would start to read the horse's behavior better, and bring more variety in their thinking, because many times it's the way we think. What do you do if a horse is box walking or having these stereotypes? Well, then it gets interesting, because many times there are far more possibilities than we think there are. Sometimes just a change of a stall helps, and sometimes giving him another neighbor. Horses that are really not friends can have a real rough time. If you put another horse next to him or her, there might be a big change in behavior. So what I would like to say on this movie, my message would be discriminate horses, make sure you make individual, authentic animals, learn their behavior, learn about what is adapted behavior, what is good, what is not good, and take care by observing them as good as you can, because that's what they need, a good observant. And be creative. Work together with your other people on the stalls, and be prepared to do sometimes something. If your neighbor says, can we change because my horse is better friends with your horse, then don't say, no, I have rented this box and this box is mine. Think about your horse. The horse has to come first, always. And we all know it, and in our hearts, I know we all agree on that. Okay, thank you for watching.